And it's your favorite paleontologist, Dr. Bones, here with Instructor Beats, exploring fractions. This is adding and subtracting fractions video playlist number 2. Our objective today I will be able to add mixed numbers together with unlike denominators by finding a common denominator. And Dr. Bones will hope his accent will not be as bad as last video. As a review, our number 1 rule of fractions is do not pick up the goats, and to add, subtract, or compare fractions, the denominators have to be the same. This will be very important, of the utmost importance today as we explore mixed numbers. Let's go ahead and start with our steps for adding mixed numbers before we get to our examples. Step number 1, now these will be very similar to adding and subtracting fractions with a little bit of a difference, so make sure you pause and write them down. Number 1, find a common denominator using the pattern method. Number 2, we're going to line up the whole numbers and fractions vertically and circle the numerators. Now, I know many of you have wonderful parents and tutors who tell you to do all sorts of crazy things, but Dr. Bones does know best, and he is expecting us to line up our whole numbers and fractions vertically and to circle the numerators. Number 3, we're going to add the numerators, then add the whole numbers. Step number 4, now this will be very important today and throughout the whole video playlist. If your answer has an improper fraction, then you need to use your number bonds to turn it into a proper mixed number. Let's go ahead and look at this example. I have my steps over here, and because I'm a paleontologist by trait and a fractionologist by hobby, I have a picture of a dinosaur here for our variable. We have 6 1/3 plus 4 1/2. So I know my number 1 rules, my denominators have to be the same. So on a scrap paper, now I don't have a scrap paper, so I'm going to kind of do it over here in the corner. I would do my pattern method for 1/3 and for 1/2 until I find a common denominator, which I know will be 6. And so I'm going to find my common denominator of 6. I'm going to rewrite the problem underneath with my equivalent fractions. So I have 6 2 6 plus 4 3 6. Now I'm going to line up my whole numbers in fractions vertically. That way I do not get confused about what Dr. Bones is adding. And I'm going to circle my numerators, so I know that I'm only adding my numerators. 2 plus 3 is 5. My denominator stays the same. 6 plus 4 is 10. And I double check. I do not have an improper fraction, which means, and I cannot simplify, which means my answer is 10 5 6. So the scary T-Rex could be replaced with 10 5 6. Get out of here, T-Rex. Let's take a look at another one. Let's do this one together. So here we have 7 7/12 plus 4 is going to give you a pterodactyl. Funny thing about a pterodactyl is the name starts with a P, not a T. Little known fact. So here I don't have a fraction for 4, which means I can replace it with a fraction equivalent to 0. So I'm going to go ahead and line up my whole numbers and my fractions. My 4 is a whole number, and for my fraction, I'm going to put a 0, and then I can make this denominator whatever Dr. Bones would like, but I want it to be the same as this one. So I'm going to do 0/12. And then we are going to add 7 plus 0, which is 7. My denominator will stay the same. 7 plus 4 is 11. And the sum of these mixed numbers, also known as the pterodactyl, is 11 7/12. I cannot simplify, and that is not an improper fraction, which means I am done. So this was just a quick video exploring how to add mixed numbers by lining them up using the same skills that we talked about in our video playlist number 1, how to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. If you needed a refresher, please feel free to watch that. Until then, thank you so much for watching Instructabeats with Dr. Bones, paleontologist / fractionologist. Please check out our other videos at Instructabeats Official. You can follow us on Instagram at Instructabeats. And as always, please subscribe. Dr. Bones and Instructabeats out.